Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Today, we're talking market fears, Warren Buffett sell-off, the letter that's come from Buffett recently, all the politics in the Michigan report, AI sell-off. Yes, you must ring the bell before the bell, and then we'll cover your questions. And you might notice there, the second part was, why and I'm buying more. Absolutely, I wasn't going to be buying more, but it's a gift. When Warren Buffett sells, it doesn't necessarily mean you should run away. Too many people follow Warren Buffett and think his strategy should be yours. Not necessarily. He's one of the greatest investors of our time, but doesn't mean to say you should follow him because his understanding and his position is not yours. You need your own path. There's not a right answer. There's not a wrong answer. But simply following someone who's successful doesn't work for you because you've got completely different goals, strategies, risk tolerance, understandings. So let's get straight into it this morning. I hope you enjoy this. We've got a special for you coming up right now. I apologize for being slightly late. This is being made unedited live during a main show, as I always do. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to, and tap the like button. As I say, this is being made completely live. If you look on the screen, you'll see the time there. It's 7:46 Central Time, and I've just bought a boatload more of the S&P 500. On this Warren Buffett letter stock market fear analysis, we're going to talk and look at the following news. Berkshire Hathaway equity holdings will always exceed its cash. So, are we really fearful in the market? Is Warren Buffett really selling all his position? What about Meta AI continuing to spend money? Microsoft unveiling new technologies. All of this doesn't look too bad, does it? And when you look at the cost of the S&P 500, the true cost of it, you might agree like me, it was a time to buy. And I did. And I posted it on my social media accounts ahead of time that I was doing it. If you're not following me on X and Instagram yet, there are the links in the live chat. You can follow me there and see exactly what I'm doing. So let's start with it. Let's get straight into it. Let's start with market fear. Then we'll talk about why I'm buying more, Buffett, politics report, AI. You must ring the bell. Then your questions answered live. So market fear. What happened a couple of days ago? That's what happened a couple of days ago. The market sold off. It went red. There was fear, some would say blood on the streets and all the rest of it, trying to come up with some dramatic headline. I understand what I own. I understand the balance sheets, so I went shopping. And I started, thank you very much, got a new subscription to the music channel. I'll give you a link for that in the chat. Thank you ever so much. We have concerts every Friday. There we go. I understand what I own. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did and explain the market fear, why there was fear. And it was completely unnecessary. It was completely political. And it was a lot of it was partly fueled by Warren Buffett selling his position. It scared the pants off other people and they didn't know what to do with it. Well, let me show you exactly what I did so you can be fully up to date. If we go into my main account, let's go here on the day position. It went down. I said I would do it and I put it on my social media. Here's my S&P 500. As you can see, I'm up today. If we scroll down here and I share with you my live positions, this was my history. Show more. Look at that. I bought my biggest ever single trading position ever of the S&P. 7 shares. This is on the 21st. Okay, this is the day it went down. I bought 7 shares. Another 3. Another 6. Another 4. Another 5. Do you see what I kept doing? I kept buying on the way down because I don't know, neither does anybody else, well, where the bottom is. So what did that mean? I bought exactly 25 shares of the S&P 500. So now you can see I'm up $1,200 today. Yes, another all-time high. There it is, $159,985. Another all-time high. 22 trades. Well, not technically, because I've not sold them and I'm not going to sell them. 21 trades, 21 wins on my Roth IRA. There it is. I haven't changed a single share. I'm back in the S&P once again. So the markets went down. Now, why did they go down? What was the fear? What was the drama? What was it all about? Well, for this, I think I need to grab a cup of tea and break it down. Make it nice and simple. Please tap the like button if you're with me so far and consider subscribing as I take you now behind the scenes into my studio with a cup of tea in hand and share with you what caused the fear. Join me now. Here we go. So, good morning and welcome to my world. This is my life here in the studio. So what caused the fear? Well, we have two things, and in a few moments I'll go deep dive into it and I'll share with you the figures on the screen. But there were two main things that caused the issue. Number one, do you know what? I've always thought I wouldn't do this, but let's see if I can just do that as I turn away. There you go. That's a bit better, right? First of all, we had the Michigan report. Now, we need to understand what the Michigan report is. On Friday, the Michigan report came out, spooked the market alongside Warren Buffett's letter, which was scheduled for the weekend, alongside Microsoft saying they're spending less on AI. And the Michigan report got everyone to sell their shares. Now, what is the Michigan report? The Michigan report is basically a piece of nonsense. It's a piece of political nonsense. And the reason why I say it's a piece of political nonsense, because we get two things revealed in it. We get unilaterally 100% Republicans who are now in power say it's a great report and inflation is not an issue, which if we actually look at the tariff concerns, they are not actually inflationary long term. They are short term. We're going through a transition of budgets, so there's always a bit of an uncertainty at the beginning of the year on a new presidency, and that is perfectly normal. The markets like certainty, so uncertainty is an automatic kind of wobble and sell off. But the Republicans are saying no fear with inflation, the economy is great. Well, it's a political statement. Then you've got the opposite, Democrats saying it's a doom and gloom, it's all over, the price of eggs, and everything's about to go down the toilet. So the Michigan report shouldn't actually be taken too seriously. And it was spoken about by Tom Lee over the weekend, and he was saying, I hope, and he's right, of course, I hope that Jerome Powell is aware of it. And of course, Jerome Powell is aware of it because you notice every time he gives an FOMC report, he's always coming down saying, I'm just doing my job, I don't get involved in politics, but he's aware of it, and it won't affect their policies at all. So we had fear because of looming letter from Warren Buffett. He's selling all his shares, apparently. He sold all the S&P. Yes, he has. He sold all of his VU and SPY. We'll come on to that in a second. So everyone's going, well, if Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of our time, is selling his S&P, VU, SPY, my favorite stock, I'm going to sell it with him. Ridiculous nonsense. His philosophy is different than yours. It has to be different than yours because you're on a different journey. His position is not your position. You can't just follow what everybody else does. It doesn't make any sense, right? But because of that, because of Microsoft Microsoft spending less on AI, and because of the Michigan report, everybody freaked out and said it's time to sell. So what did I do? I bought more. Is it a surprise I'm up today? Not really. And I'll explain why exactly I bought because of the valuation in a second, along with the Michigan report. But it's time to sit back and relax. It's time to understand just because Warren Buffett does one thing doesn't mean you should do the same. Too many people just follow the leader and they've got no strategy of their own. They're not the general of their army. They're trying to copy the general of another army, and that serves no purpose. At least it serves you the least anyway. So let's now go into the numbers and I'll explain exactly why I bought more. Okay, I'll bring you back here. So these are the numbers. And first of all, I talked to you and I shared with you about the Michigan report. Now, the Michigan report is completely political. It is designed to be political. It is political. It's basically a fight to achieve certain political aims rather than provide any information. But it gets used as an indicator, and then people freak out when they don't like what they read. The University of Michigan consumer sentiment for the US was revised sharply lower. Now, it wasn't just a bit lower. This was a dramatic report. This was a very dramatic report. To 64.7 in February 25 from a preliminary 67.8. That's a big drop, by the way, reaching the lowest level since November 2023. The gauge for current economic conditions was also revised lower to 65.7 from 68.7, and the expectation subindex was revised down to 64 from 67.3. The decrease in sentiment was unanimous across groups by age, income, and wealth. The drop was led by a 19% plunge in buying conditions for durables, in large part due to fears the tariff-induced price increases are imminent. Right? So what we're trying to say here is inflation's going to go up because of tariffs. Well, some of the tariffs will go away and most won't affect inflation long term. And by the way, in case there's any doubt whatsoever, this is not a political show. I'm completely impartial. I am completely neutral. I am a green card holder. I can't vote, and I have no political affiliation or sponsorship on this show. I just present the facts to you as they are. Expectations for personal finances and the short-run economic outlook both declined almost 10%, with the long-run economic outlook fell back about 6% to its lowest level reading since November 23. Meanwhile, inflation expectations for the year ahead soared to 4.3, the highest since November 2023. The 5-year outlook increased 3.5% from a preliminary 3.3 and above 3.2 in January, the largest month-on-month increase since May 2021. So you read all that and it kind of sounds doom and gloom, but it's only part of the story. In fact, inflation overall is coming down. It's sticky, but it's coming down. And the Fed are likely to, as I said before, to actually drop rates this year, and then the market, of course, will rally once again. Now, I'm going to show you this. This was Warren Buffett. This then followed over the weekend. Warren Buffett raised its stakes in Mitsubishi and other things and so on and so forth, and sold all his S&P 500. This made massive amounts of news around the world. I lost count with how many YouTubers were covering the fact that Warren Buffett has sold all his position and we should do the same because Warren Buffett has sold his position. It actually made me laugh, to be quite honest with you. But there it is. That's what people do. Now then, let's understand exactly what Warren Buffett owns when it comes to the S&P 500. He had a small position of SPY and a small position of VU, the stock that I own. But guess how much he actually owned? No one talks about that in their videos. He owned, because he sold all of it, 0.01. Think of that. Think if you have a portfolio of $1,000 and 0.01, $10 of your money is $10 of your stock is sold on one particular stock. Think about it. Has no significance whatsoever. It was purely administrative. Now, you might notice also how much of Warren Buffett's share position is in Apple. A lot of fear about Warren Buffett selling all his Apple. That's not true either. Look at the prospectus. You'll find for yourself how much Apple he actually owns. It's considerable. In fact, it's one of his largest positions, if not his largest position. What is the number one stock in VU or on SPY? What's the biggest position? Of course, it's Apple. So is he against equities? Is he against owning stocks? No, not at all. I draw you back to this statement here from Warren Buffett over the weekend. And it's quite simply, Berkshire Hathaway's equity holdings will always exceed its cash pile. They just have so much profit. Why not hold profit? Now, hold cash. Now, why does he hold cash? I've always talked about it on the show that holding cash is a waste of time. Well, it is if you only have a little bit of it. It doesn't do much. You want to be building your portfolio. Warren Buffett's cash position, like I often report to you about the millionaires and the 2 billionaires that I know, when you have lots of money, you look at your money differently from those who don't have any money. Because if you've got tons of money, you don't need to take risk. Warren Buffett now is looking for value. He's looking for opportunity to buy great buys. Simple as that. Like I always talk about, you have to buy a great business at a great price, not just buy a great business. That's very, very important. So let's talk about that. Okay, so I hope by now I've explained the fear of the Michigan report and why I'm buying more. Let's cover that a bit more. And I mentioned Buffett as well and the politics around it. I mentioned AI as well with Microsoft selling, but we'll touch that a bit more in a moment. I want to show you something right now. People are very happy to load up on all kinds of, in fact, I'll do it this way. I'll go over to this report. I'm making this live, folks. This is unedited as it comes out. I like to make them live so you know everything is real with you watching. I just need to do my face on there. There we go. All right. Let me just come back to here just a moment. This is my position today. Up again, another all-time high. Hopefully, I should be breaking 160,000 in a moment. There it is, another all-time high. Marvelous. Where's the fear in my portfolio? Absolutely zero. So people are quite happy if we go down and let's say Apple, for example. Let's talk about Apple being Warren Buffett's biggest position. Let's look at Apple just for a second, and we'll scroll down and we'll see what its actual PE ratio is. It's 39 times earnings. Is Warren Buffett concerned? A stock that he owns, his biggest position, is 39 times earnings. Flipping heck, I should be selling that because look at the price of that. Well, how does that compare to the S&P 500, which he just sold? Apparently, doesn't want it. Well, he has sold it. It's not apparently. He has sold it. And everyone freaked out, made YouTube videos on it, saying we should all dump our positions and get out of the market. Well, let me show you what the actual price of the S&P 500 is right now. The forward PE is falling. It's 19.98. Now, what does that mean? That's the forward PE looking at the price to earnings ratio of what the S&P is costing you to buy it in return for its earnings. Well, we all know, if we've been paying attention to the show, because I've been covering the earnings, about 75-80% of the S&P earnings so far have beaten on earnings, and we expect the S&P 500, we expect VU, we expect NVIDIA to do the same next week. And of course, we're going to cover it live. In fact, I think it's this week. We're going to cover it live. We're not going to miss that, of course. Look out for that. So the S&P contributors, if you like, the members of the club, are all doing pretty well. But the actual cost, because of all the Michigan reports and apparently doom and gloom by Warren Buffett, the S&P is actually on a bit of a sale. Now, if you're wondering what's expensive and when it's cheap, remind ourselves that the S&P has been as low as 6 times earnings. However, if you're waiting for it to go to 6 times earnings, Good luck with that. It's not going to happen. Like Apple is expensive. Berkshire Hathaway is expensive. Quality stocks are expensive. You're not always going to be able to get them for the price that you want. So you actually have to be prepared to pay a little bit for the future. Now, it's okay, and I'm going to explain this in a moment, why I'm buying more, because some people said, but your average has just gone up. You've spent more, which means your average has gone up. My average will always go up. Those on YouTube are always telling you to lower your averages, bring your average down. I never talk about it. In fact, I always say it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but it does sell videos for those that don't understand. My average always goes up on the S&P 500 because I'm always buying it higher than it was before. But I do buy it in dips when the valuation makes sense. And right now, once again, we're at 19.98. Let's look at the fear index. We're in fear right now. This is a time to buy. You know that at the moment that rates come down, and they will, as I predicted, then all of a sudden, everybody will start buying. Think of the logic of that. Everyone's going to wait until the rates come down and then the price goes up and then they're going to buy. Why not buy when everyone's selling? Because you can get a better deal right now. If you understand what you own and you want to own for the future, you buy when it's down. Now, I wasn't going to buy anymore because I've got enough to take me to $1 million and that's all I have to do. However, if we've got a trifecta of a Michigan report which is purely political, trying to slap the president in the face and going, you're breaking the economy. That's the first thing. Then Warren Buffett saying I'm selling all of my S&P. In fact, it was 0.01% of his portfolio. Everybody freaked out, made hay of it. And then we had all of this information over here about Microsoft reducing their AI spend, when in fact they're actually spending more money and they've got new technologies coming out, and Meta continues to build its AI empire. Put all this together and it presented to me the perfect opportunity once again to buy more. Now, Warren Buffett's letter is quite extensive. I've gone through it on your behalf. I've read the entire letter. This is the letter from Warren Buffett. And I can tell you right now, if you please feel free to go and read it yourself, but you can see it's quite extensive. I've read it all the way through, all over the weekend. And let me tell you, folks, I'm very happy with what I read. Essentially, what Warren Buffett is doing is he's got so much money, his portfolio has grown so large, he's trimming, but he's still all in with equities. He's still all in with great businesses. He's simply looking to buy for value. Now, someone of that stature with his portfolio size, let me just do this. You have to lean forward to do that. Couldn't move the market. You can't. It freaked everybody out. He's waiting for an opportunity to buy. Famously, like he did with Coca-Cola when he bought a huge position in the business and he's never sold it. It's the same thing. His strategy is not yours. I am extremely bullish on the future. My average has gone up. That doesn't matter to me because the value of the S&P has gone down. The value of the asset I want to own has gone down. To me, this was a great day. So that's what's going on with the S&P. That's why it's selling off, or it did on Friday. That's why it's gone back up again. I agree wholeheartedly with Tom Lee. Tom Lee said this is a buying opportunity. I absolutely agree. That's exactly what I did. We're now going to go over, I think I've come to that part of the show, haven't I? Let me just check. Yes, must ring the bell just before I go into your questions live. Today is a big day. We're going to be covering, we've got lots of EVTOL news today from one of our co-hosts, Vaz, coming out today. We've got review day today as well. Lots of reviews I'm going to be doing. So stand by for that. Lots of good stuff today coming out. But must ring the bell. This is very important because there is news coming out all the time. We are covering lots of different things, several different broadcasts on our show, myself, Sensei, and Vaz. And if you've not rung the bell, you'll miss out on all this great stuff. So this is how you ring the bell. Sounds silly, really, but I'll explain it. When you click subscribe, make sure that you've tapped the like button right here like this and set to all. Now, if you get too many notifications on YouTube, you can personalize them across other channels you don't want so much, but make sure that ours are set to all if you'd like to do that. If you're still not receiving notifications, it's quite possibly you've got notifications turned off globally for YouTube and you are missing certain events. There's going to be lots of members-only events today as well, as we now have 1,700 members. Yep, you heard me right, 1,700 members. I'm not just going to just say that to you. I'm actually going to show you that. It's incredible. Our memberships have absolutely exploded. In fact, they're now over 1,700. They are now 1,718 members. 98% of our live viewers are members, higher than any other channel in the world. We're very, very proud of that. A huge amount was donated in the last week or so. By one of our viewers who wished to support the channel. Thank you to him as well. Lots of people really trying to support and help us grow and reach that target of 70,000 subscribers, which hopefully we'll achieve today. All right, let me now go to your questions, and we'll go into members only mode. And if you'd like to repeat your comment or question, ask me anything at all about the markets, what is it you want to know, or maybe you just have a comment you want to share on the screen. So we are now once again into members only mode. So if you'd like to repeat your comment, I will share it on the screen. So while we're populating, let's have a look. Good morning, Stacey. David Ewan, good morning to you. Leston Wynn, good morning. Good morning. Everyone's here. It seems market is crushing. Hopefully by now you've realized that is not the case. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, Clarence Bennett. If you want to do a super chat at this point, it'll play it on the screen and everyone can see your comment. Hello, everyone. The Lucas Archie effect. David, good morning, Mike. How is Stacey this morning? No one asking a question yet. Let me keep going through. Good morning, Jed. Good morning, Zach. We are in members only mode now. Members can ask any question they want. Fear not here. That's correct. Zach is an investor. He understands. Hello, good morning, Savage Faith. I'm green as of now anyway. Happy Monday, Lucas A. Today is the day we make a difference in someone's life. Take action to make the world a better place. Absolutely agree with that. Happy Monday. Always do something special. Good morning, everyone. Zach Zay. Hi, David and Leston. Good morning to all of you. Kazansky. Good morning to you. Patrick Black. Any questions? Do we have any questions? How you doing, Mike? I'm from Holland. Welcome, the Netherlands. I've played many times in the Netherlands. In Amsterdam, in fact. Any opinions on SPY today, up or down? Up. I've just gone through all of that. I hope I've now answered your question. Okay, we now have our comments coming in, so I can scroll to the bottom and start seeing our questions. Palantir falling again. No surprise. Palantir, the most insane stock in history. With exactly what we're talking about today with valuations. We're looking at Palantir today going down and down and down. People try to pump it. It just gets dumped by the same bro sat in a corner telling you everything is great. Absolute nonsense. Pay no attention to it. Don't be involved in the Palantir game. It's very, very silly. You don't want anything to do with that. That's not investing. That is gambling, speculating, joining fan clubs. So you are absolutely right. Hi, Leston. Good morning to you. You tell him, Glenn. Hi, Stephen. Morning, everyone. Andy Blaser, Grand Rising. Can you help me with stop losses? I never use stop losses. I think they're a bad idea. They only benefit the brokerage. Stop losses are when you don't understand what you own and you put an insurance policy in the way and you end up selling when you shouldn't do. Stop losses are designed to, I think they're a waste of time. Scalp trading, yes. As a long-term investor, worst thing you could possibly have. Would you say it's worth picking up Google at the moment? Google is a great valuation, yes. Good morning, everyone. Will Walmart's go back up to 104? Not for a while. That's why I sold my position. You saw me last week. Buy in. This was my Roth IRA. I did my best trade ever. That was the moment I made $1,500 on Walmart. Can you see that there? When this was my all-time high at the time of the S&P 500. I sold it all as an all-time high. I bought here at the bottom here, and I made $1,500 on Walmart. I sold it in 5 minutes. It was an overreaction, but don't expect it to recover anytime soon. So it popped up, I sold it, and there you go. That was my Roth IRA, my best trade ever of Walmart, and I mentioned that because you just asked that specific question. Hi, Stacey. Did you see my message? Leston Wynn, Glenn Frey. If you're going to say that, give some reasons why you feel that way, and open discussion about it, allowing Martyn to comment as well. Absolutely. I will always answer everyone's questions. What did Glenn Frey say? Glenn Frey said, I've dropped some gentle bombs on here, but no one has been paying attention. I suggest for you to get out of the stock market right now. No, I do not agree with that at all. And Warren Buffett isn't doing that either. And I'm not doing that either. I'm buying. So I don't agree with you. Get out of the stock market, right? Buy XRP, silver and gold. Complete crash is very soon. People have been predicting a giant crash now for the last couple of years. Last 4 years I've been doing this. There are dips. There were carry trades. There were all kind of events that did drop the market. But let me just for a moment talk about this. Glenn Frey and many others keep saying stuff like this. YouTubers are always saying there's a big crash about to occur and it's always going to go down. When we talk about crashes, we've always been right, like our 50% on the XRP, for example. Sorry, must go out. New system must be brought in. Crash must happen. No, it doesn't. Absolute nonsense. 19 times earning to the S&P is not a crash scenario at all. Can you please help me? I covered that one. Have a great day. Stanislav, good morning to you. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you for all your support. So, let me leave you with this as I close out this video. People that always on YouTube are telling us the world is coming to an end and we should sell all our positions. But the fact of the matter is the economy is strong. GDP is up. PPI was good. CPI is good. Inflation is coming down but sticky. The S&P 500 is currently 19 times earnings. The best it's been now for nearly 2 years. However, companies in it are beating on earnings. At least 75% of them are. So to say that the market is about to crash is political, is silly, is uneducated. It makes no sense at all. And just to give you insurance of this is very, very important. Very, very important. Look at my position over the last 12 months. $22,000, up 23%. It's been a lot higher than that. It's been over 30%. Let's just think about something for a moment. People have been saying for the last 2 years, and that's only 1 year, that the market is about to crash. It's all going to go down to zero. It's all going to go down 50%. It's going to go down, go down, go down. Why? Because people like to spread fear, because they don't understand what they're talking about. It sells videos if they're a YouTuber, and it also makes them kind of feel important because they can always predict the worst case scenario. It's the way people do things. It's just completely inaccurate, but it makes them feel better by sitting in cash. Because if you're sat in cash only, unlike Warren Buffett, remember, who still owns more of his equities than cash, he's just got so much profits. Very different strategy. We just spoke about it in the video. It makes them feel better to say it's going to crash, because if I'm sat on all this pile of cash, I want to convince myself it's the right thing to do. So let's tell everybody else the same thing. Well, think of this for a moment. Let's say, for example, the stock market goes down 23%, which would be a big crash. It would be a big crash. What would happen to my portfolio? Nothing. It would go back down to where it was a year ago. Would I be margin called? No. Would I be wiped out? No. Would I buy more? Yep, absolutely. I'd be laddering in all the way down, just like I did yesterday. Well, in fact, over the last year and a half, year and 2 months now, since I've been in the S&P 500, I'm actually up over 30%. So even if it went down 23%, I'm still up 7%. I just buy more. And the world didn't come, did it? And the reason for that is I never sold my original positions. I held on to them. Very, very important. This is why long-term investors don't sell their original positions. It's the foundation of your portfolio. Because the shares I bought here are up 40%. The overall position is up 23. Why? Because I've been buying here. In fact, all these dips, every one of these dips I bought there. I've just bought the dip over here to the right. Yeah, it is just there. So my average is actually going up. But my position, I'm only up 23%. Not too bad. But what's important is I've made $22,000. That's what's important. Here, I'm up 40%. So those shares are solid. They're not going to crash. You could go all the way down here, all the way back here, and I would still be up on all of these original shares, which I could sell for profits if I wanted to, if doom and gloom was really inevitable and I couldn't get out. Well, I can always sell for profit. If you are constantly selling from the bottom, you're constantly trimming out, you're constantly running away in fear, you're filtering and diluting the strength of your portfolio. It's why Warren Buffett has got shares he's owned for many years. And in fact, the only reason why Warren Buffett is doing so well is he's lived a very good life. That's one of the main reasons. He's a gentleman in his 90s. The majority of his money was made from when he was 60 onwards, I think 65. So again, what does that tell you? Long-term investing always pays. Do not sell the shares you bought 20, 30 years ago. Why? Because they are compounding the most. They are the ones that are doubling and doubling and doubling, plus all your dividends that you get from those positions as well. So at the end of the day, if Glenn is right and the market crashes, what happens to my portfolio? Nothing. I just buy more. And if you've ever wondered what happens in the market when it comes to bear markets and bull markets and crashes, bear markets always last a lot less than bull markets. So if it does go down, it just comes straight back up again. It maybe not same day, maybe not the same week or same month even, but it will come back, and it will come back stronger, and it will set new all-time highs, and it will be up more than it is down. So at the end of the day, you don't know when the bottom is. You've no idea. But constantly telling people that the markets are always selling off and it's a crash coming, it's inevitable, is being done for one reason and one reason only. People want to make themselves feel better because they're out of the market. Warren Buffett, with piles of cash, doesn't think a crash is coming. Why? Because he owns some of the most expensive stocks in the world at the highest valuations. Apple, for instance, if a crash was coming, it would hit Apple hardest. He's not sold that. He has trimmed it back, but he's still got his biggest position in Apple. He's still got the biggest part of his portfolio is in stocks, not in cash. If he thought a crash was coming, he'd sell out, wouldn't he? Well, there isn't a crash coming. There'll always be corrections. At the end of the day, you simply buy value. And the S&P right now is 19 times earnings. Still expensive. Of course it's expensive. It's not a free stock. It's not a cheap stock. It's a quality stock that's expensive. And the reason why it's expensive, people will buy the future price. They'll buy the future price because they know it's going up. You don't want to be buying something necessarily because it's cheap. It might be cheap because it's rubbish. Consider that. All right. Okay, well, we've got just 5 minutes to go before the bell goes. Let's do some more questions if we can. Have a great day all. Stanislav, wonderful support. Thank you, sir, for all your help. Let's have a look. Grigos, round of applause. Thank you. Please all tap the like button if you like this live stream video. I hope it helped people and calmed people down. As you can see, I'm hitting all-time highs again. I've bought more and I'm not fearful, stressed, worried, concerned. And I need to be clear. I've been looking at people who make videos who say they are not concerned and they have no fear. There's a difference between being not concerned and having no fear as opposed to not understanding what's actually going on. If you're blind to the information, there are many people who will report certain stocks are great and they're amazing and I get all this free money and so on and so forth, that have never read the deep dive prospectuses, those that have never read the balance sheet. Well, then you can convince yourself it's all great and I've got no fear, but you're not aware. You're completely ignorant of the facts. When I say I have no fear, it's based upon reading the balance sheet, reading the prospectuses, speaking to CEOs, speaking to hedge fund managers, and so on and so forth. So I really think it's important to understand if you are telling yourself that everything is great, you need to make sure that you are informed as well. I see you're here, Stanislav, that for me, my membership. Yes, Stephen Bill. Many memberships were gifted. Please make sure that if you want to get Discord and all the extra benefits, you want to renew your membership. You're now being given basically a free trial to our services. The only thing you're not getting is the upgrade on Discord for free training. We do provide it. We are in the middle of recording a series of videos to help you. Once you get your 1 month badge, once it turns from green to blue, you'll be able to be upgraded on Discord. All right, so I'll be doing that for you live when that happens. The best way to spend a lunch break. Joey, Jamie, thank you. Walmart is still a good buy for the long term then, yeah? Yes, it's a good buy for the long term. However, I own it through the S&P. I simply traded it to make $1,500 to buy 3 more shares of the S&P. That's what I did. I sold it at an all-time high, bought the dip, ended up with 3 more shares of the S&P. Do you have an idea of when we will see Walmart go back up over 100? Sorry for so many questions. Not at all. You are a member of the show, member of the family, so you can ask as many questions as you like. No, I don't know the time. I don't need to know the time. If I'd have wanted to hold it long term, I could have done so, and it will. But I don't worry about the timing of the market. You can't know the timing of the market, so why try? Are you doing stock reviews today? Yes, I am. After we've rung the bell, I am. Hello, Lucas Age. Good morning to you. We're getting ready to ring the bell. Foods, huh? Here we go. Just seconds away from ringing the bell. We've got 1 minute to go. We'll be coming back to that. Stephen, good morning. Love all in the information. I hope my family realizes soon they need to know these things and start watching. Thank you, Grigos. Good morning. Good morning. Stephen Lundowski, oil, yes. When is Mobix earnings? Mobix earnings, we've just covered the Mobix earnings. and we had the CEO live on the show. David, you missed it. Go back and look at past live streams. Good morning. Okay, watch the video, David. It was gold. Yes, we had the CEO live on the show. I called him up, and he came onto the show live during the earnings call.
By the way,
just go to past live streams.
It's
and you'll see at the bottom of the channel. Are you ready? Here we go. Here's my position.
Justice Department stuck
in
with the rule of
5,
law. It doesn't
4,
mean how it's administrative,
3,
which has been prosecution
2,
by the old guys, and now
1.
it's discussion.
Still
But,
think there's an expectation we're going to see that the environment is still better for M&A? It's a great question,
It
Jim.
is that no one wants to do it.
The bell has rung. We're off. Let's get ready. Let's go through all our positions. See, we're taking a bit of profit this morning, but I'm expecting a green day. I'm very, very happy. It could be a record gain today. My biggest ever gain was $3,000 in a day. That's not trading. That's simply just growth in a day. Today could be better than that. All the markets pretty much opening up green. A few reds coming in, a few profits. There you go. Not a big deal.
Celebrating its transfer to the NYSE.
Let's go through all our positions. Here we go. Let's go through all our positions and see where we are right now. The overall portfolio is up again. Not quite as high as it was earlier, but we're doing very, very well. The S&P 500 is up 0.34. Virgin Galactic is down. Palantir, absolute nonsense. I've given up telling people that you shouldn't buy this. I get so much hate mail from it. Palantirians just join a fan club. They just can't help themselves. It's like drug addicts. They just want to buy and tell themselves they're doing the right thing. I give up on it. It doesn't matter. If you want to buy Palantir and think you can trade it, then be my guest. But if you want to pay 700 times earnings, then you shouldn't be watching this show. You should be watching, I don't know, a night in the casino. Gold is going up today. Amazon is up but selling off a bit. Apple's going up again. Warren Buffett knows, right? We just talked about it earlier. Biggest position of the S&P, right? Enphase Energy. We just had a meeting with Tim Cook with the president a couple of days ago. Enphase Energy going down. Coca-Cola. I sold all my Coca-Cola and I bought back in the S&P. I made $600 profit. I made 4% profit from it. That was enough because the S&P just dipped too much and I made too much profit too quickly. J&J up. It's going to $200. I keep telling everybody. Yeah, we're going up again. It looks like we're going to get another all-time high again today. And it looks like we're going to get potentially my biggest ever gain in one day, which was $3,000. That could easily happen today, by the way, as we approach the NVIDIA earnings. What a great day and what a great time to be an investor. Now, our dear friend earlier was saying it's going to go down 50%. By the time it goes down 50%, I'm going to be up 100%. And if it goes down 50%, I'm still up 50% more than you, right? So that's the difference between investing and sitting on the sidelines predicting the end of the world. Chevron is up today. Tesla is up today. McDonald's up. All needed to have bought that at $2.90. Google, yeah, that went on sale when after the earnings, and that's now going back up again. Lovely. Microsoft, too expensive. I've said over and over again, too expensive. The best value AI tech stock is NVIDIA, not Google. People think, no, it can't be NVIDIA. It's gone up thousands of percent. Well, it actually is. They're still the best buy. Walmart going down. I'm glad I sold it. I could sell all of my S&P again today and buy Walmart again, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold my position in the S&P right now. No need to do it. Tilray, worth absolutely zero. I said it would get delisted. I said it would go under $1. I know I said it was going to $40 as well, but that was on rescheduling. Well, that was going to happen because Biden wanted to make it as a priority. Trump said he would do it because it was a popularity thing. He thought he'd get votes for it. Has no intention. It's not his interest at all. It's being slammed everywhere. So the door is pretty much shut on this. This sector could go to zero. So just bear that in mind. There's very little left in this. I wouldn't be buying a stock just because it looks cheap. It's not. It's cheap because it's got no value. Robinhood Great, lovely. IonQ, too expensive, don't buy it. Rocket Lab, up, too expensive. Great, but too expensive. Plug Power. Now, we used to trade this at 180 to 250 and make money over and 190 to 250 over and over again. But the landscape has changed. You don't want to be chasing Plug Power right now. Faraday Future, another one of those gamble stocks that YouTubers like to promote. It's bankrupt. It just gets a lot of trending attention. Like GameStop, I wouldn't touch it. It's not even paying its own rent, being evicted from its premises. Don't touch it. Bitcoin, we're expecting a big crash on Bitcoin. XRP, it's down 1%. We're doing our petition, of course. We are just about to hit, I believe it is 1,000 petition signatures. Now, there are people telling you, let me bring up the petition here. People are telling you, what a waste of time signing a petition. That's the same people who are sitting around doing nothing, probably out of the market, saying, I'm going to sit around and wait for the market to crash. Well, same people saying that this doesn't do anything. Well, it does do something, because we believe in action and doing stuff rather than sitting and just basically moaning. All right, we get on with it. Once we get to 1,000 signatures, I want to be able to present this to the SEC, which I can. So there you go. If you've not yet signed the petition, please do it, and you can change the world. We've worked hard on this. We hope you'll take part. Here is the petition in the chat. I'll pin it to the top. There you go. You might like to take part in that. All right, there you go. There is the petition. All right, now then, market's just trimming off at the moment, but I'm still up over $700. I'm very happy with that. Now then, what I've said to you today, because I'm very, very confident, if the market, and I posted it on my X account, if the market goes down 1% today, if it goes down 1%, and it might go down 1%, anything is possible. If it goes down 1%, I absolutely will be buying more. I'll be buying another $10,000 of it. All right. I'm just looking at realty income. Someone wanted me to cover it, but yet there's still no link to it. It's on my list to cover it. So what I need to do now is I've got to get off and get ready for our reviews day today. Plus, I've got some premieres coming out from Vaz today you don't want to miss. But before I do that, though, have we got any more questions? Vanessa, good morning to you. Yes, I agree. Kind of silly question. Not really. All questions are good. Watch the video, David. It was gold. Good day all. Hi, everyone. DJ Hayes. Any more questions from anybody before I go? Getting ready for the next event, which is going to be our review day today. We're going to do several reviews. I have got a world premiere I would like everyone to have a listen to. I think you'll enjoy it. All right. So we've got a world premiere. Let me click on here. And you're going to like this, I think. Let me show you here. Let me bring it up here. Okay, I think you really want to check this out. Okay, so let me put it on the screen. Let me write it in here. Brand new video. Ladies' night. Ladies' night, I'm going to call it. All right, okay. Let me pin that to the top. Replace the pin. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're all going to watch a brand new video together, and leave your comments below in the description because something very special just happened. I've just recorded a video taken from a live show, and it was ladies' night. We had, it's called Oasis the World. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You need to find out. But live on the screen, it was ladies' night. We had a full house. people calling from all over the world, as far as the UK, all over the US, Malta, Australia were watching. Where else was they watching? Germany were watching. And we had people calling in. And for the first time ever, it was ladies' night. We had more ladies at one point on the screen, on the stage with me, than guys. We've never had that before. The event channel really is exploding right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off and send you all to the extra channel, where we're doing a live stream at the moment, watching XRP. This is it right now. We're doing a 24-hour watch. Look at this. This is the price of XRP. This is me live in the studio. You can all see that now. Look, right? Okay. You can chat to each other. You can see the prices of everything. And I can talk to you. If there's any news, you can talk to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me just make sure that this goes there in case you don't want to watch the premiere. Let me redirect. Okay, there is the 24-hour watch. Now, if you jump in there in a moment after you've seen the premiere, the new video, I can let you know when I'm coming back in a few minutes with the reviews. Lots of reviews. We've got Vaz's premieres. Lots of stuff coming out today you cannot afford to miss. So if you're in there, I can talk to you live, give you the links and so on and so forth. So as the show comes to an end, it'll automatically take you there. But I would like to invite everyone to check out the brand new video. All right, ladies' night. If you can't miss it. If you like Oasis, you're going to enjoy it. So I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link once again. Let me just click over this. Share. Copy. Let me just drop that there for you. All right, let me just do that. Okay, it's pinned to the top. All right. Now, if you watch it live with me all together, you can leave comments together and we can all discuss together what you think. Was it fun? Are you going to call in this Friday? We do it every Friday. So that's it from me. I'm going to get ready for my next reviews. Lots of reviews, earnings coming up, premieres, Archer live earnings, some great stuff. So that's it from me. If you stay right where you are, it'll automatically take you to the extra channel where you can be behind the scenes with me, and I can alert you to the latest videos and premieres. Or if you click on the link, you can come and watch the Oasis with me. We'll watch it live together, and then you can all give me your thoughts and comments. Ladies' night, it was really, really cool. We were even having a bit of dating going on between Alex and Brenda. It was fantastic. So tune in. That's it from me. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, I'll put more stuff you'll find interesting, and down here. That's it. See you right back. Come and join me now for the new video, and then join me in the extra channel. All right. Bye bye for now. Take care of yourselves and each other.